Well. Welcome back to another video. This time it's going to be a recommendation. And the recommended anime is good. This time is going to be Persona 4 the animation. Where I never actually played the video game before, but I have watched like a couple walkthroughs of the whole game. And I gotta say, I enjoy the game. It was Persona 4 Golden. That was the game that I watched a review for. I never watched a review for just a regular game. And I know that Persona 4 Golden supposed to get like a remaster or something for the PS4 recently. It's probably coming out soon, probably like late this year or early next year. But right now, we're just gonna talk about the anime. And I gotta say, like the anime, if you watch the anime enough, and if you actually watch like Persona 4 Golden, the game, if you watch a walkthrough or you play the game when it probably comes out on PS4 or whatever, like I gotta say that the anime is a little bit better than the game, in my personal opinion. Just because the game, I never played before, like I said, but I had watched the gameplay of it. Like, don't get me wrong, when it comes to like the confidants and like the confidant bonding events and all that, those are still good in the game. But to me, the gameplay is just a little bit boring. Well, it looks a little boring. Like I said, I haven't played myself. I just don't think it looks as good as Persona 5, which I have played. And I gotta say as well that the characters in Persona 4, in my personal opinion, is better than the characters in Persona 5. They're more interesting, they're more quirky, they're more fun they're more fun like just to experience if you ask me. Like the whole group dynamic is a little bit funnier and it's just more of an enjoyable experience in my personal opinion. So I really wouldn't recommend getting the Persona 4 Golden game. Like I said, because the gameplay looks a little bit boring. So if you ask me, I'll say just watch the anime, and if you want to experience the game, maybe just watch a walkthrough of it or something, so you can skip the fight scenes, just get back to like the good parts. Well, the good parts is the dialogue, because I gotta say, like these characters, the characters in Persona 4, they're just kind of goofy. They're more cartoonish than it was in Persona 5, and that's what I kind of enjoy about it, because it's lighthearted, even though like Persona 5 was about like basically stealing adults' hearts, well, taking down bad adults and all that. In Persona 4 is actually about like a serial murderer, which is more serious, but the way the game like does it, it just makes it funny, where they don't joke about the murders, but it's just like the whole atmosphere around the whole game is more lighthearted, which is kind of interesting. Which I also should talk about the soundtrack of the anime, because the soundtrack of the anime is still the soundtrack of the game, and the soundtrack of Persona 4's game is better than the soundtrack of Persona 5's game. Because like I watched a little bit of Persona 5's anime, and they kept like the exact same soundtrack that they kept from the game, but the vibe of the show is just so boring. I didn't really enjoy Persona 5 anime at all. So I felt like that would stop people from watching Persona 4's anime, which is actually pretty decent, because like the way Persona 4 anime did it, like they took the scenes that was in the game, but then they put like a unique twist on it, where like this is one character called Aya that works at the beef bowl shop, and she'll deliver your food anywhere, regardless of where you at. Well, I remember in the game, the shop owner mentioned that he has like a daughter or something, but she never actually appears in the game, and she don't do anything. So I thought that was an interesting thing that they did with that as well. But not only that, like even like the what happens in the story as well, they switch things up a little bit. Like the conversations don't flow the exact same way. But when you watch like Persona 5 the anime, it's kind of more boring, just because like they kept everything exactly the same. So it's like you play the game and then you can watch the anime, but the anime is worse because it skips scenes and it doesn't really add anything fresh to it. And everything, it just feels like, well, I've seen all this before, and it's not really that interesting or anything like that. And if anything, like, I think Persona 5's anime took out some of the best jokes that was in the game. So that's another downfall. That's another downfall for that game that I don't really enjoy too much. But I gotta say, Persona 4's anime, like the animation quality is better than Persona 5's anime. Like I just said, the soundtrack is better. The characters, to me, they're better. They're more interesting. And it starts like Persona 4's anime kind of starts out like a little bit serious. Like, well, I could say that, but at the same time, like within like the first 5 minutes of the episode, you see like Yusuke gets kicked in the balls by Chie, because she broke his he broke her Trial of the Dragon CD like a kung fu movie because she likes kung fu movies and all that. She let him borrow it and he cracks it. So like she figures this out and she like kicks him in the balls in like the first 5 minutes of the show. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then like, but for the most part, the first episodes of Persona 4's anime, it starts out kind of more serious. So it's kind of had like a serious tone to it until like the fifth episode where Kanji comes in, and that's when it just gets kind of like funny. Where I gotta admit, like there's few animes that can actually make me laugh. Like probably like only like One Piece or like a Konosuba that can make me laugh or something. But I gotta say, like Konosuba, that gotta be like the funniest anime I ever seen though. So that's kind of saying a lot. And I gotta say, One Piece probably a close second. But I gotta admit, like Konosuba, it's not really fair because Konosuba is like the best isekai that ever was invented. Where like some people might say, well, I was talking to this one guy. He said like, oh no, like ReZero is the best isekai. Another dude said, oh no, Tanya of the Evil is the best isekai. No, it's Konosuba. It's Konosuba. Anyway, going back to Persona. Like in episode 5 where Kanji is introduced, like I gotta admit, like there is some kind of thing. There is something that might make people turn off of it because Kanji, he's kind of like he's like bi-curious or whatever. I know like he's not really straight, but at the same time he's not really gay because he still likes females. So and he doesn't really know what he likes. So I guess that's what you call bi-curious. But the thing is, like the show makes jokes about that. So I don't know if that might offend some people. That might turn a couple people off. But they don't actually like insult him for being like that way. They just make jokes about it. So I don't know if somebody get offended by it. That's something that someone could think about. Also, there's this other character named what's her name? Naoto, where she's like she want at the beginning like she wants to be like a man or something. Or yeah, she wants to be a man because she wants to be a detective. She only think that she think the only way she'll get respected as being a detective is if she's like a guy. So that's another thing that's going on in the show. And they don't really make jokes about that, but Kanji ends up liking her. And that's how he figures out that he's actually kind of more straight. So and they make jokes about that as well. And so to me, I enjoy the show. I hope more people check it out. I think it's funny. Hopefully, it might make a couple more people laugh. If you've seen it before, maybe you can tell me what you think about it in the comment section. But also, like, if y'all know any if y'all know any funny animes out there, can you also leave those in the comment section as well? Because I like to check them out. Because, like I said, I don't know too many comedy shows that I actually will watch and actually enjoy. Because most anime comedy is kind of boring. So if you know any good ones, please write them down in the comment section. Well, this is my anime recommendation for Persona 4, the anime, and I'll see y'all next time. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take it easy.